Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock. This is City of Villains on the Rebirth server. We are in Iron Man mode, which means one death and we delete the character. We're level 11. Got a little ways to go to get to level 12. Should happen in this episode. We're on a story arc for Valuta Lunata, who wants us to go find Rosher and defeat him. We got a temporary power of what? Ghost Slaying Rifle. Okay. And a Ghost Slaying Bomb. Alright, so we're going to move those up just so that I keep them separated from my regular powers, but we might want to use them. I don't know if Rosher's going to be an elite boss. We probably should repurchase the inspirations we need, so I'm going to pause it here, and once our tray is filled correctly, I will bring you back. Okay, folks, we are back. We've got our inspiration tray all set up and ready to go. And now we are going to see if we can find Rosher. So defeat Rosher and his men. I don't know how many of these guys it's going to mean we have to defeat. Nice rifle. Very cool. Alright, let's see if we can find Rosher. Usually, as I've mentioned in other playthroughs, the villain is at the back of this Boomtown map. Don't know how much "and his men" means. I was on a mission this morning that was fighting a freak show boss and his crew, and turned out it was defeat all. So I defeated the boss, I rescued 3 or 4 hostages, and the mission didn't end with my stalker, and then I had to go on and fight a bunch more enemies to finish it. And so this might be defeat all as well, I simply don't know. So we'll start over here and we'll work our way toward Rosher. I like that gun, it's cool. He'll be back. And there's Rosher. Let's see if we can pull these other guys before we fight him. Oh, and this guy came back. Kill him off. Alright, we should be able to pull these guys without taking off Rosher. Come on. I really shouldn't fire that first. Got a long animation time, the rifle, it looks like. Okay. So I think we're ready to go after this guy and Rosher. We're going to hit the Wolf Spider Enforcer first. Rosher's just a boss, he's not an elite boss, so we should be okay. And we'll just heal up one more time, and then I think we're ready. And let's fire off accelerated metabolism. And then we are going to snipe the Wolf Spider Enforcer. And Rosher didn't even come, that's awesome. Now Rosher is probably going to be subject to the Ghost Slaying powers. Ouch. Hit him with the bomb, did it do anything? See if we can knock him down. Oh, he disappeared. I hate when they do that. So now we have to wait for him to come back. It's one thing if they run away, but they completely disappear so that you can't do anything to them, which is annoying. On the other hand, if he's stupid enough to let me snipe him again, well, that was dumb of him. We just scourged him into oblivion. It looks like that's the end of this story arc. We got some reward merits. We're going to be very close to leveling after we talk to the contact, Valuta Lunata, or whatever her name is. Yeah, Valuta Lunata. Very close to leveling. It looks like she has some more missions along with Bokor, so let's go ahead and do another one of her missions. Someone's missing, and Arachnos is looking for vengeance. Go to the meeting place and see if you can turn up any clues. So it looks like we're still on a story arc for her, so that's good. So these are a lot of small story arcs. I think we're okay on these inspirations, so we're just going to go ahead. I don't want to have to keep going to the hospital all the time to refill them, especially since we get new ones. Unless we're fighting an elite boss or something, it really, as you could see in the last battle, you know, just one each of the yellow, red, and purple was enough. And one green. So we're doing okay in terms of the enhancements that we have, or the inspirations rather that we have. We've got a bunch of enhancements. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of stupid to, well, let's definitely, it's kind of dumb to use too many of these just because, you know, we're about to level up and then they're going to become obsolete. So we may as well sell them off in general, but I feel like putting an accuracy on Irradiate's not so bad, and we'll sell the rest of these. We have quite a few infamy anyway, quite a lot of infamy, and so it doesn't matter if we don't sell a couple of a level 11 training enhancements. Alright, so we need to defeat Phil and his friends and find clues. So I don't know what clues we're looking for. That Scourge is awesome. Let's go ahead and shoot him with the gun. Doesn't do that much damage. Scourge does almost as much with the eye beams. So I'm not sure what clues we're looking for here. I don't have any specific memory of this story arc. I might have done it with Nightmare Last, but you know, it was so long ago, I really don't remember it. So it would have been like 8 months ago or something. 7 months, something like that. It's a cool looking rifle. You're gonna shoot him? Feels like that takes an awful long time to materialize the rifle. Like a really slow animation time. Compared to, say, how fast the Nemesis staff comes out. Take a look. And then it takes a long time for him to draw a bead on you. So I don't know how much I'll use it, since I feel like our powers are just as good. But these guys have long range attacks. Did not realize how far they could shoot. Because it's further than my attacks. Right? They shoot me back and I'm out of range, so I have to move in. And we're about to level up. And I don't know which way to go here, so we're just, you know, randomly go and take a look. I'm so used to the Stalker, where I could like run through here and see what there is, and like sort of troubleshoot it and just kill the guys that need to be killed. Although, you know, as I said, sometimes it's secretly a defeat all and just doesn't say it, in which case being careful with the stalker is actually wasting time because you skip things and then you have to go back. Yeah, that's a really long animation time. And we've leveled up. Allows instant shots of the snipe power and reduces their ability against us because the relative level has changed. And healed us up. I'm sure you were starting to get a little worried there, but I was pretty sure we were going to level up with that spawn. And so I figured we'd be okay. We're doing all kinds of extra damage right now. Look at that. Very nice. Still don't know which way to go. Originally, the load screen had a Richter base in it, so we may be heading toward one of those. I just don't know. Nice. Nope, that's a dead end. So we head back. And now we're going to try up this way. That was a nice bomb. Didn't seem like it did that much to the boss, but it hurt these guys. And one of them ran away. We don't care. He's just a blue con, so we'll keep going. And another dead end. They definitely construct these caves. I mean, I know some of it's sort of procedural, but they're also programming it to produce a certain number of like hallways and rooms. You can actually go to websites that will do this. There's one called, I think, donjon.com, and you can tell it, how many rooms, how many corridors, how many dead end, like what the proportion of hallways to rooms is, which is going to affect how many dead ends there are, and that sort of thing, and it just generates a dungeon. And these guys clearly did an old school style of map creation, and whether it's an algorithm or a purposeful design, it's definitely old school style where you have all these dead ends and switchbacks, and it's just sort of designed to like force the player to crawl through every single part of the map on the logic that I, the DM, made it, therefore you, the player, must experience every millimeter of it, which is kind of silly. And I know I've said, and I don't want to get too much into philosophical discussions because we have to pay attention here and not get killed. But I've said in the past, players should give the DM the benefit of the doubt and play through the adventure the DM creates. And so you might think, well, okay, if the DM's created this big, complicated cave network with all these rooms, shouldn't the players go through every single room? Well, I mean, not really, right? As a GM, you don't necessarily expect the player to go through every room. You detail all the rooms because you want to make sure you know what's there should they go in. I don't think it's necessary to go into every room, but also as a DM, you shouldn't be making up, I don't think you should be making up an adventure that requires the players to creep through every single room and you know, like overturn every single rock. That unless your players really find that fun, that tends to be more of a style of GMing that is kind of antagonistic toward the players, rather than, you know, as a friend of mine once said, and I've quoted him before, the DM can be an angry god or he can be the player's best friend. I try to be the DM who's the player's best friend. I hear a glowy, so let's go ahead and click. I don't see Phil here. Got him before he disappeared. That's good. Where did he come from? Got him. I mean, I don't see Phil here, so I don't know that we need to kill those guys. So let's just go ahead and head back. We can always return. I'll go ahead and mark it. We can always return if we need to. This whole area's been cleaned out. So, there we go. That must be Phil up ahead. Right? Nope. Phil says we can trust you. Are these guys fighting each other? Interesting. Let's throw a ghost bomb in there. Oh, that's a little bit of an over aggro. Fortunately, most of them are nearly dead. Yeah, we're definitely better against the range guys than the melee guys. Melee does a lot of damage often, sometimes more damage than range does, at least among enemies. And it comes, you know, the attacks come pretty quickly. And yeah, you can die really fast as a ranged character. Being attacked in melee, you can really get screwed up. Yeah, I have no idea where Phil is, and I'm sure it'll be in the last room that we enter, so... We've already gotten a bead into level 12, so we're making a lot of progress with XP, and after this mission, we can get DOs, guys, dual origins, and that will make our powers so much more effective. Yeah, I think, I may be incorrect about this, but I'm pretty sure Homecoming now offers DOs at the level when there used to be trainers, and they might even be offering SOs by level 12. There's Phil. Oh, he's an elite boss. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to have to pull all these guys out of the room. We are +1 to him, so that will probably help us survive. I will say, unlike our ignominious defeat at the hands of a mere orange lieutenant among the lost with our guardian, if we were to die at the hands of an elite boss, although -1 is a little bit shameful, but still, I feel like dying at the hands of an elite boss isn't so bad. You know, they are pretty tough. Dying at the hands of an archvillain is not bad at all, because they're meant to be fought with by multiplayers, not single players. I don't expect to die here. You know, we have all of our inspirations. We should be fine. Um, but if in the future we die to an elite boss, I feel like that's a pretty noble death. You know, elite bosses are pretty tough, and sometimes if you don't have something that you can use against them, some weakness of theirs, like this ghost slaying gun, or the ghost bomb, it can be very difficult, and you might lose. But I think that it's not a bad way to go versus like accidentally getting killed by minions or something. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put our inspirations on. Let's throw the ghost bomb at him. Did some nice damage. Oh, we're held. Not good. Break free, accelerate metabolism. That I forgot. Okay. We're doing alright. Famous last words. Guess we need another luck here. He's being pretty tough. See if we can scourge him. Well, is he running away? Do we have to chase him down now? Knock him down. Did we get him? Yeah, we got him, guys, with that souped up proton volley. So now we just have to defeat his friends. I guess this is a defeat all, or is there somebody else back here? There's nobody else back here. So now we're going to have to go find some more guys to fight, I guess. I have been having some trouble. There was a mission last night when I was playing my Stalker where you had to find seven, I think, prisoners, you know, like 7 captives, and you had to like free them. And I found 6. I could not find the 7th one, and I had to like just log out because it wouldn't let me abandon the mission in the interface. And then they rebooted the server, and when I logged back in, you know, it was just, it actually gave me credit for completing it. So I don't know what the heck happened. And then this morning I defeated a boss. I was supposed to defeat the boss and his crew, and I defeated the boss and his crew. And after doing so, it didn't give me credit, and then I ended up like 5 levels away thinking it was a defeat all. I didn't defeat everybody, but I defeated some guys, and then it gave me credit. It's like, what? So I don't know. I guess these guys count as his crew, so we'll go ahead and snipe. And that guy disappeared. That's super frustrating with these. I really don't like the ghosts because of that. Because so many of them vanish. And then you've got to wait for them to reappear, or it doesn't count. You didn't defeat all. Now, he should come back because we're going to stay here for a while, so we should be able to get him to come back. Yeah, there, somewhere. Nope, one of them. Is this the guy that came back? No. So we're still down one ghost that we didn't kill. Oh, okay. I guess we got them all. Mission complete. Out we go. Okay, she's happy about that. And now we are going to level up, guys, and get our next power. And then I will pause. Let's see, how far are we into this? 24 minutes. I think we're going to level up and we'll stop here. And then off screen I will go and buy dual origin enhancers, and when you come back in the next episode, you'll see how we are set up for our DOs, and we'll be able to move into our level 12 content. This character's doing really well. I've been very happy with him. I'm surprised at how much I've enjoyed playing a Corruptor. I really didn't think... I mean, I've always loved the melee and enjoyed melee so much more. But I've also rarely ever given ranged characters much of a chance. The level 19 Guardian is about as far as I've ever gotten. I think I got a Blaster to level 18 once. The only ranged character of any note that I ever had, unless you want to count the Mastermind, which I really don't, was a level 43 or so Dominator. And she was the only ranged character I ever got above like level 20. Alright, so let's see. Train up to a new level of power. So do we want Electron Haze? This is an area effect cone, 40-foot radius, 30-degree arc. Cuts their defense, chance for a knockback, which is nice, but it's not a very strong knockback, and it's only a 1 in 4 chance. And then it does 45 damage. It's actually better base damage than everything else we have except Proton Volley. Aim would be nice. The alternative would be throwing on one of these things. We got Hover as well. I think I'm going Electron Haze. And the reason is that I felt like we need another attack for a while. Let's see how this thing works. Well, let's find somebody to shoot it with. Of course, when I'm trying not to get attacked, the city is crawling with villains. When I'm looking for villains to shoot, there's nobody. Okay, here we go. Alright, well, I don't necessarily want to fight that many guys at once. And that's a boss. You gotta watch out here, because if we die by accident, we die. Alright, let's just see what this looks like. Try to get them together and try to do the cone. Alright. That is not bad. That's not bad at all. It's a long recharge, though. We're gonna finish him with this. Nice. Okay, not a bad power. I think we should have enough radiation powers that we can start to push this out of the way. We certainly don't need these guys anymore. So we're going to move that back. And I think we're going to move the Proton Volley back and move this up. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to keep the tray. We'll see as we go. Alright, I think that worked pretty well, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We're level 12 now. I will get enhancements right now off screen, and when I bring you back in the next episode, we'll look at how we've enhanced the character and get ready for the rest of the story arc. Until next time, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been Iron Man Mode on City of Villains on the Rebirth server.